Rhinoshield sent me a bunch of cases and accessories, like a lot of it, to check out. Most of them are for the iPhone. I got a couple for the Pixel 4 XL and a little bit for the Oppo Reno 2. So let's just dive right in, and the first case we're looking at is the SolidSuit Series. In the series, you can choose from a lot of different materials from the back. You can start with the basic black, you can go with the carbon fiber, the wood, the brushed metal, so there's a lot of options for you here. For the feel of this case, all the sides feel the same. No matter what material you get on the back, the sides are really smooth, so if you're not gripping it right or like completely with full grip, then it's gonna slip out. In terms of all the back materials, the black one feels the best in terms of grip. So by no means is super grippy, it's still smooth, but let's say if your palms get really sweaty, I'm pretty sure it's not going to slide right out. The carbon fiber version feels exactly how I would expect it, so there's no surprise there. For the wood and leather version, they're really smooth. I think these will be the most smoothest one out of the whole material section. I wish the wood version is a bit more rough, because then I can actually feel like I'm holding an actual wood case. For the leather, I just wish it feels a little bit more premium. The brushed metal version surprised me the most, and by far I feel like this one is my favorite. Even though it looks like metal from afar, it does not feel like it on the back. It's really hard to explain it, but it really has more of a soft touch, and it kind of gives off a little bit texture as well. So yeah, that's how it sounds like. It's not metal, but I am a fan of this texture. My favorite thing about this version is that if you actually angle it right at the right light, then it really gives off a nice premium look. You can also add your own name on these cases, which I did not ask Rhinoshield to do, so I really feel thankful for that. If you're not feeling any of these materials, Rhinoshield also have their own designs you can choose from. I think you can also add your own pictures as well. Throughout the whole selection of their designs, my favorite one is the black and yellow cameo, and I think it even looks better in person. There's a bunch of different layers. It has that basic grippy black material, the cameo parts have a smooth finish, and it does have lined textures on the back. And I'm being a bit extra here, but I replaced the black button for the yellow one, so the whole case kind of looks completed. For the buttons, all of them are really tactile and clicky, so there's no issues there. And of course, they sent me the buttons pack, and on the back of the label, it says that it's only compatible with the iPhone and the Pixel cases. So if you are going to pick up an Apple case, it's not going to work. So from the whole suitcase series, my favorite one is going to be the basic black, just because I'm more minimal and I do favor the grip the most. If I still want to be minimal but kind of pop out a little bit, I'm just going to go with the brushed metal version. If I want to be more flashy, then of course I'm just going to grab the black and yellow cameo. Now the biggest cons of these cases is how you get them off. I feel like I'm using way too much muscle than what's needed just to get a case off a phone. And I did watch the tutorial. It looks really easy. You start from one end or one corner and you move on to the next, which I've done, but these edges are so rigid and they're so stiff that you would really need to use muscle to push it out. And as you can tell, using my own two hands isn't enough. I actually need to use my own body to use it as leverage to help me push or peel off the case. And sadly, the leather version with my name on it got some battle scars because of course it's super hard to get off. But the Reno 2 version is easier to take off just because the top lip has less structure to it, so it's a bit more flexible, therefore you can kind of peel it back easier before moving to the next corner. So I would say the suitcase series is a case where you don't really want to take it off very often, so it kind of sucks when you want to change colors of the buttons really quick, so you just have to realize that you're going to have a really tough time getting the case off. Next up we have is the Mod NX and a CrashGuard NX. I feel like both of these are exactly the same cases because the rims, the buttons, the bumpers, and the back plates, they all are compatible with each other. The CrashGuard is for someone who just wants a bumper case, while the Mod NX comes with a back plate, so therefore that person can switch between a bumper case or a standard case. And if you already got the CrashGuard, you can always buy a back plate later, so that kind of converts it into a Mod NX, so I feel like these cases or case is the same. Now keep in mind that the back plates are pretty clear, so they do collect a lot of fingerprints over time. Being able to customize these cases are the biggest key, and if you are a person who just wants to show off their phone or have a case to actually match your outfit of the day, then I would highly recommend the Mod NX. So how about taking these cases off your phone? I would say it's easier, not by much because you would still need to push a lot to get it off, but I would say it's more reasonable and still pretty hard for the average person, which ends up being a good thing because you're taking these cases off more often just to change the color or change the look. So I would say that's a plus. But then again, it's not going to be super easy. Now for drop protection, including the suitcase, they are rated up to 11 meters, which I feel like is more than enough for your everyday drop from your pockets, your chest, your ears. So for that, basic protection is covered. But another con here is that if you drop your phone on concrete, since the sides are more plasticky or harder material, it's gonna scuff. And when it scuffs, it's gonna be there forever. Especially if you got deeper cuts or the chip is more chunkier, then you're gonna feel it and see it very often. Now for the feel of the bumpers, they are rougher and more textured than a suitcase. And also the buttons are more flush to the bumpers. So if you have smaller hands like I do, it's a bit more comfortable holding the suitcase series, but it's not a really huge difference. And the buttons on the CrashGuard and Mod NX are still clicky enough and responsive. Rhinoshield also sent me screen protectors for the front and back, and I've seen the videos. They actually use a hammer to smash it. I would not do that, but it feels really smooth, and to apply it is super simple and easy. It's pretty much like applying a band-aid. The packaging is really nice and it included everything you needed. So the squeegee, the microfiber cloth, and a couple of tape to help you get the dust out or off your screen. The screen protectors feel really nice and smooth in the hands, so if you're gliding your fingers across the screen, you'll have no problem at all, and they feel really high quality. Now, if you do dig your fingernail in there, it will leave a mark, so I would not do that. And even though these screen protectors are a bit thicker, they can actually still fit or work with these cases. And since I got the buttons pack, I really feel like I have more control of how I want these cases to look. So I would highly recommend that if you are planning to customize these cases. And I feel like that is the best thing about these cases, is being able to actually fit to your needs. Because if I want to change the color of my buttons, I can easily do that. Now the biggest con, of course, is how you get these cases off, because by far, these cases are the hardest to take off out of all cases I've experienced. Taking off these cases is harder than those rugged ones where it looks like it's super hard to take off. Honestly, I think the suitcase really tops all that. For the price, it's a bit more expensive. It's not your typical Amazon case that goes for $10 to $20. Since the protection is basically covered, I feel like you're really paying for is the customization of these cases. So if you're planning to invest into this ecosystem, I feel like this is the only one you need. So just buy a couple of different rims, buttons, back plates, and maybe another bumper, and I feel like you can rock different kinds of styles and color combos for a very long time. Now, who are these cases for? I feel like they are for the flashy, fashion type of people who really wants to match their outfit every day. Now, if you're working in a construction site or more harsh environments, I feel like these cases are not right for you. And since this video is uploaded on Black Friday, they are having a sale, and you can even get a cheaper price by using my discount code as well. So if you are planning to buy any of these cases, I would highly suggest taking this advantage. I have my affiliate link down below and all the info you need. And if you made it this far, thank you so much, because I don't make long videos. I just want to get straight to the point. So follow me on Instagram, please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.